The cultural mandate that demands Black women remain stoic in the face of longing is not merely a survival strategy, but a generational armor designed to protect against systemic dehumanization. And true intimacy requires not performing strength for external validation, but integrating the weight of unspoken desire until vulnerability becomes an act of radical self-reclamation rather than perceived weakness. In Big Girls Don't Beg, Mika Monroe transforms the African-American BBW romance trope into profound exploration of embodied sovereignty and emotional liberation. Proving love isn't found in earning affection through endurance, it's forged in honoring the fullness of your needs when every narrative demands you remain silent. This psychologically precise narrative makes every moment of surrender feel like both defiance and homecoming, where consent to receive is negotiated through self-trust rather than assumed scarcity, and healing means protecting your softness when the world demands you remain steel. From Jazz and Jasmine narration, listeners enter worlds where presence is syntax and pleasure is the only unbreakable vow. Perfect for fans of emotionally intelligent Black romance, where female complexity defies respectability politics. When entrepreneur Ilara Vance enters a contract relationship with wealthy philanthropist Julian Thorne, expecting transactional clarity, she discovers his quiet reverence mirrors the exact tenderness she's denied herself beneath years of performative independence. And his refusal to treat her resilience as obligation creates space for connection, defying power dynamics. Navigating boardroom negotiations and varied attractions, Ilara realizes this arrangement isn't about exchange but recalibration, with Monroe avoiding reducing Ilara to strong Black woman archetype or Julian to savior figure, instead crafting radical reciprocity within constraint, where trust is earned through honoring boundaries, even as intimacy blurs them. And audiobook narration amplifies this alchemy by capturing Ilara's disciplined composure fracturing into clarity and Julian's guarded intensity revealing warmth beneath vigilance, making listeners feel seismic shifts of souls learning some loves can only be claimed when you stop letting survival define their validity. What elevates this beyond typical BBW fare is portraying Black feminine intimacy as somatic practice rather than romanticized fetishization, with Ilara confronting how respectability culture equated worth with restraint, while Julian creates sanctuary where her contradictions exist without diminishment. Their relationship evolving through shared silences during midnight conversations, bypassing performance, rhythms protecting both emotional integrity and psychological safety, and mutual defense against communities mistaking tenderness for betrayal, supported by friends encoding suppressed grief, elders carrying intergenerational wisdom, and the city itself absorbing decades of unspoken bargains, reinforcing that in extraction-based systems, tenderness towards self is technique, and presence is sustainable resource, with physical intimacy mirroring emotional attunement, and verbal affirmations becoming metaphors for earned trust. For audiobook listeners, this production is immersive descent into sacred reclamation, with narrators embodying Ilara and Julian with remarkable distinction, sound design anchoring existential stakes through distant saxophone melodies, rain against brownstone windows, and hushed breaths syncing with moments of clarity, pacing mirroring emotional cadence from deliberate reflection to surging awakenings, ultimately redefining African-American romance by centering Black feminine epistemology within intimate frameworks and affirming that sometimes the most powerful act is choosing to receive fully, honoring whole self even in landscapes shaped by silence.